Yeah, I think the stream is good.
Okay.
So let me create an arena. Stream is good.
All right.
Alright, so if I remember correctly, and tell me if I'm wrong, you are still sort of, you want to figure out maybe, you know, what character to, you know, you'd want to play. And...
Yes. Yeah, I've got it down to 2.
Okay.
So it's not like a long list.
Mm-hmm.
But just after COVID started, I finally like kind of focused down, and was like, okay, I'm gonna kind of get a little bit better at this game and get like an actual main. So I'm between Bowser and Rob. Like I said in our Facebook in our Facebook message, I don't get to play people as often as I'd like, so I'm not 100% sure which one I'm actually better with and which one I should focus on at this point.
Gotcha. I'll say this about here. By the way, the arena ID is. Well, actually, I can just put it to you on Facebook chat. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, let me.
Okay. So, and then, other than figuring out which character you're better with, do you have any other sort of, bigger, you know, overarching goals?
Yes, after that, so I mean, I know I don't have enough time to be like on a tour, you know, like super high level, but I'd like to be able to, you know, enter into local tournaments and stuff and be able to perform well.
Do well. Mm-hmm.
Win some of those. Is the code just 22?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could just do 2. I didn't realize you could just do 2. I thought you had to be like all 8.
Oh yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, you can even do like a 1-digit password. Cool. So yeah, I'll say this. Both of those characters are very good. So honestly, you know, they're both like viable.
Yes.
They're both like, you know, like if you want to go strictly on like which character is better, like Rob is technically a better character than Bowser, but like not by a huge margin. Like if you want to look at it this way, Rob might be like bottom top tier, like top of high tier, and Bowser is somewhere between like high tier somewhere. You know, either like low to like top of high tier somewhere. So you know, Rob's slightly better, but not. You know, they're both really good characters. And honestly, until you start playing at like, you know, against like really good opponents or very specific matchups, like the character isn't gonna make too much of a difference. I will say this though, Rob usually is probably harder to play than Bowser.
Yes, no, I agree with that.
So honestly, just, you know, again, depending on, you know, what you want. Anyway, again, we can play some. But honestly, just without knowing anything, if you want like best bang for your buck, it'll probably end up being Bowser. Just because in order to like get a lot better with Rob, like it's gonna be stuff like Rob is a bit trickier. Like you can't just like, so you're familiar with like a lot of terms, maybe like I don't know if you are or not with terms like fundies, right? Like fundamentals. Yeah. So like Rob is a bit more than just fundies. Like Rob is, you need to know like specific setups and like you know how to do like gyro, like free grabs, and his neutral is it's a little unorthodox. Bowser's definitely a much more straightforward character. But let's do this. I actually have a Bowser, so I'll play him, and then you can start with whichever character that you want, and let's get some games in, and let's see where we're at.
All right, cool. Let me do that.
Yeah. And I'm selecting PS2 unless you want to pick a different stage.
Oh yeah, let me think. I normally just have like small battlefield or something. But yeah, no, PS2 is good.
Wow. Awesome. I actually, now that I'm all vaccinated, I actually went to like my first in-person tournament.
Oh, nice.
A couple days ago. Feels good, man.
Yeah, I got my first shot a couple weeks ago, so can't wait for the.
Okay, doing back air right there is really unsafe. To like get distance back to stage. If you can do that, but you need to be a lot farther away. Like you need to be like really high up or something. Because when you do back air right there, it puts you into lag, and it gives you a very clear angle. When you're so like at this like sort of horizontal distance. Yeah.
Okay.
So, keeping track, by the way, you've done, I think, 3 get-ups from ledge. Or rather, I think you've done 4 get-ups from ledge, and 3 of them have been get-up attacks. Get-up attack is not a bad option all the time, but it is the riskiest get-up option. The reason it's the riskiest get-up option is because it is the laggiest one. It can be shielded and then punished every time.
Right. And just doing anything over and over is going to be bad anyways.
Exactly, but like in terms of the frame data too, right? It's like if you, especially if you do such a like a risky middle option, right? It's like it has its uses, but it's going to be the riskiest one because it's the most punishable one in terms of frame data.
Oh, that was supposed to be in there.
See, so in that case, that's a good get-up attack because I'm using I'm using a move that gives you the invincibility frames.
Yes.
Okay, let me think some other things to point out. Another thing I pointed out is By the way, Rob does okay. Like Bowser is a good ledge trapper, and Rob does sort of struggle on ledge, but you were having a hard time sort of getting back to center stage from ledge. So sometimes you were trying to sort of fight your way out from ledge using some like tilts and stuff, but I was basically jumping over and then with punishing you. So, and again, that seems to just be a habit. So be careful be careful with that, because you want to, if I give you the space, you want to try to maybe get back to the center stage. And be careful of, again, like the habit of using like tilts as a habit and then like getting punished if I'm just like jumping over and punishing.
Oh, that was supposed to be smashed.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll say it seems like it's that's a habit in general. It seems like I'm using a lot of like I'm jumping over you, and then you're committing to an attack, and then I'm punishing you like to your attack that you're throwing out on the ground. So be careful for that. If I'm jumping over, your attacks, then you might want to anti-air me, or go for more like air-to-airs. Okie dokie.
Okay.
Let's do a couple more games, and then we can review.
Review? Okay.
Yeah.
anything from that one?
Nothing. I mean, I feel like again it's a little bit of the neutral. Your recovery, we can go over it in the replay. Your recovery is a little linear, and so I think you need to. We can go over it. It's a little tricky to talk about. But yeah, also I think your movement. So a lot of times when you're using Flame Breath, you're using Flame Breath in like a really sort of what's the word? It's like your movement's a little stiff. Like your movement's a little stiff when you're using Flame Breath. Like if you see how I use Flame Breath, I usually use it either in like a pretty safe position where like maybe I'm under a platform, or I use it as like an approaching sort of read. Like if you use Flame Breath just like standing still, it's a lot easier to sort of to cover.
Avoid it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have some good stuff. Again, oh, that's another 2 habits I will say. One habit is, yeah, you air dodge in a lot in Disadvantage, especially like directional air dodge is super laggy, so you need to be more
I've
careful.
been trying to break that habit.
Yeah. So especially, you know, on this like big heavy body, right? Like it's just gonna be, you know, it's sort of asking to get punished. You know what I mean? So you need to use that more as a mix-up. Neutral air dodge is a lot better in terms of like, you know, see, like when you directional air dodge, it's just so easy to cover. So neutral air dodge gives you less lag frames, but even then you want to use even neutral air dodge as like a mix-up.
Right.
You know, try to jump more at a disadvantage, or just like use like a. You can like try to reversal with like downers at a disadvantage. That was good. Instead of the little this time. And again, I think one of the biggest things in neutral is just the like I'm jumping over you and I'm like whip punishing like moves that you're committing to. I didn't mash correctly. You know about the like up your recovery.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. If you mash P more, then you go further.
Yeah, you want to mash it towards the like after it starts though. Like you don't want to do it right at the beginning to get the max distance.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I've done that.
Yeah, there's probably a video. Like I'm not a super expert on everything. There's a video we could probably find that would cover that. But yes, so it's like you want to use your up B, and you want to like wait a second, and then you want to start mashing.
Before?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I got greedy.
Yeah. And by the way, I mean those aren't even bad to go for sometimes. Like, you know, you get the hard read, you know, you can get a kill. So, you know, it's not, you know, I respect it.
Yeah, I definitely don't throw that out all the time, but
yeah,
obviously, I mean, you play Bowser, it's fun to.
Yeah. Whoops. That's another bad habit. I did it as well once. But using up B, you know, sometimes you get clipped off stage, and you know you start spamming up B, right? And then what ends up happening is because of the angle, you end up using up B, like above stage, and I haven't really punished it, but like that's super punishable. Like you basically want to avoid that. The way you avoid it is.
I was gonna ask you about that because that's happened several times here.
So the way you avoid it is you don't want to like. You basically want to like not mash up B quite as much. Like you want to wait until you basically get lower, and then use up B. That way you get a better angle, and that way you can snap to ledge. Because what's happening is, here, I'll just show you basically. Like, what's happening is you get clipped, and then you end up being like right here, and because you're mashing, like because of how like the angle you get clipped at, just mashing makes you go over at this angle, right? And so instead, what you want to do is when you get clipped, you wait to go lower and then you up B. You like you get clipped and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna wait and go lower and then you up B. So that's how you avoid that. Nice. Again, see that's like the habit I'm talking about, right? Where you're using a move on the ground, and I'm like not really close to it, and so I'm just whip punishing that. Again, the same thing with like the flame breath, right? Yeah, that's the air dodge habit.
Air dodge.
There you go. Nice. There you go. That's good.
Okay, let's see like that.
Yeah.
That's where
that was. I mean, I did get you into a bad situation. So that was almost like a mix-up at that point. You know, that was a mix-up on like whether you try to go high and like read if I like try to cover your low recovery, or if you go low. And I mean, I could have covered it anyway, doing like a low back air. That was just like a hard position to be in.
Hard read.
Yeah, let's actually yeah, let's review some. I think we have a little bit of footage now.
All right.
So I'm going to end this stream on Twitch, and that should upload the VOD, and then I will